Yeah, that's fine.
All
Totally
right.
fine. Ooh, recording.
I think I'm legally obligated to tell you both that we are now recording.
You're actually not. New York State has one-party consent.
Cool.
Fair enough. What about DC and Morocco?
Well, you're in New York, and as long as one party, as long as the knowledgeable party is in a place with one-party consent, you're good.
Nice. Is it?
Yep. Anyway, journalism.
So I am officially obligated to tell myself that I consent.
There you go. Okay, so I will start with the hotel, La Perle de Mogador, also known as Hotel Ibis. I did the walk today. It's 22 minutes from the venue, probably more like 25 to 30. Now, the walk is actually very nice. It is a very nice walk, not smack in the middle of the day, but in the morning it's really nice, and in the evening it's really nice. I think that the move, the music's back. I think that the move is that we invite people to walk and then also have shuttles. Because of the music festival that's happening right now, I'm actually witnessing what those shuttles look like, how they run, where they go, and what they do. Because people are staying at all the hotels in Essaouira for this music festival. The music festival is happening in the Medina, which is right next to our forum center, or rather our forum center is in the Medina. So like it's very functional. It's 16-seater vans, and they basically just go back and forth. So the question is like, do we have one that's just ours for the week that we're paying for? Do we pay for that just goes back and forth? Do we pay for two for an hour in the morning and an hour in the evening? That's a question I'll tease out with Mimuna. But like being able to physically see that has been incredibly helpful, and I wanted to share that with you. And Andrew, I think you had mentioned like at some point like, oh, the walk could be a thing if the walk isn't too far, and like I think that the walk will be a thing, especially in the evenings.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
that's
was
point. Oh, okay, cool. It's like really beautiful. It's along the beach. Like it's really really nice. Okay. Hotel. So yes.
Yeah, I think Alina had spoken to them about this, and we like decided that again, people are just gonna do the shuttles. Like we could create a culture around the walk, and like we should be like back and forth with them. But like for sure, having shuttles, and for people, we could also just But there was like to create some sort of culture, and that like we're on top of that.
Yeah. Great.
Just a total side note on this topic, but Molly, you once mentioned a really great idea about like walking groups that will encourage people to like leave on time if they want to talk about like a specific thing on the walk.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Because we were like, oh, it's a 30. Originally, now that you've seen it, it's like it's different. But when we hear 30 minutes, we're like, so we can create like we'll have some counselors of like mindfulness walk, a theme about want to continue on with theology or whatever it is. And then just really creating a real culture and that people will get there on time, and that's something we would love to work on. At the same time, Alina mentioned was like, no, we don't want to force people who don't want to walk in. Knee issues.
Also, like, it's hot. Like, it'll be hot. It's not going to be awful, but, like, yeah, I think there should be the option of both, and I love it.
Awesome.
Cool. So, second thing. So, when I got to the hotel with Bill Hamid yesterday, obviously the dates were wrong that they had booked us. It's fine. We fixed it. They should be sending me the confirmation of the change dates. It was booked for the 27th until the 1st. It was a nice attempt. Whoever's fault that was, they just didn't quite do it. So we fixed it. I also got and put the down payment on 10 rooms the night before the forum, so that's 20 people. So Monday night we also have 10 rooms. We might only need 8. It's unclear, but I paid for 10. I paid for 50% of 10 rooms, just so that we have it and we'll figure it out. Okay. Yeah, cool. Flipping through. Okay, questions.
Yeah.
Can we use a communal space? Yes, we have I showed you that like reception lobby with the green couches when you walk in. It's very small, but like
that's in the hotel.
This is all in the hotel. Yes, we just like any other guest have access to that. So that's fine. The breakfast room, we can have breakfast in there. Then the outdoor space we can always use. Then in terms of This is in a different part of my notes, but essentially, because I wrote down all your questions, I checked them off, and then I have details in other places where details are needed. So yes, there are communal spaces for us to use. The room layout of the bedrooms, I showed you the 2 different layouts. They're small, they're very simple. It is what it is. It's like definitely enough for people. Like no one's going to be spending that much time in their rooms. It's fine.
It's
The room,
nice that it's only 2 people, right, per room.
yeah, I that was always the plan as far as I'm concerned. Yeah.
Small is fine. Like MJC, when I was there were rooms with like 3 and I think sometimes even 4 people. So like,
yeah, but right.
2 is
okay.
great.
2 is great. Yep.
Okay.
The rooms come with shampoo, conditioner, soap, towels, toilet paper, etc. Housekeeping refills those every day. People get more as needed. There's also a supermarket a 3-minute walk away. So if someone for some reason wanted to buy like a giant thing of shampoo, they could do that on their own. There's AC in every room. There's AC in every enclosed space in the hotel as well. You asked a question about a room or space for breakfast/snacks. So for breakfast, yes, that's the restaurant. For snacks, it's kind of a different question. I don't think snacks should ever be like set up in the hotel, although there's a small shift in programming programming location that I'm going to talk about soon. And I think that room will have room and opportunity for us to have snacks and drinks, and I think we will always have access to that space, so that will be where the snacks are. The hotel will always provide water for us, bottled water, as needed. I feel sad about that as a climate change reporter, but Hamid said to me that even though I'm drinking the water here and I'm fine, like literally fine, Hamid was like, no, like people get sensitive, blah, blah, you can't not give them bottled water. Fine, whatever. Thank me, Muna, for that one, because I would have given you all tap water. There are not other groups at the hotel at the time that we're there, but there will be other guests. That's fine. I mean, yeah. 2 people per room, towels in room, yes. AC, yes. Every person does get their own key. There's not just 1 key per room. They're electronic keys. Cool. Those were all the questions you had for me about the hotel. Anything before I go through the rest of my notes on the hotel?
There's something about having, like, I guess that's the open space you're talking about, like the place.
So that maybe I should say all that and then I can open it up. Cool. So there's.
Wait.
I sent you videos. Yeah.
No, you were talking about. I just want about the communal space. I think that space we were wanting to do, like where prayer was, like if we weren't in the like we would have.
So I'll get there. Okay. So I sent you videos of 2 different spaces that would cost additional money for us. Okay. One of them was big and one of them was smaller. One of them was in the actual hotel building. There was a projector in both of them. How do I differentiate them? Do you guys have access to the videos right now?
Yeah, I'm looking at my WhatsApp.
Okay. So it was like more of a narrow, long room. There were circle tables in it with chairs. That's what the room looks like now, or it did.
Yeah.
That room has a capacity of 50. That room cost 2,000 Moroccan dirham per day. There are 4 doors into the room, which is $200 a day in US dollars, more or less. So there are 4 doors. It's the same key. We would just get the key. The key would be ours. We could do with it what we pleased. We cannot have any food in that room, which is fine. But I was thinking 2 ideas. If we choose to take that space, it could be a prayer room, but I don't know that we need that. It also could be a staff room, but I also don't know that we need that at the hotel.
Right. If we might. No, then we don't need it.
What?
For staff, I feel like it should be at the actual venue.
Well,
Okay, just go.
I actually don't think so, because staff meetings, I would imagine, are happening at night, not during the day, and we are not going into the venue at night. So I do think it should be at the hotel. The question is, like, can we just like have a circle outdoors, or should we need or do we need like a physical room? Part of me thinks we do need a room, but part of me thinks if we need a room, then we're not with people, and like it kind of defaults us into like going into a staff meeting, as opposed to like, we're going to have a quick circle outdoors, talk about what needs to get talked about, and then like go be with the participants. Because like I think on something I didn't like about MJC is that there was this culture of like the staff always being in the staff room and never really coming out, and like never really getting the opportunity to be with the participants. And I think the staff didn't like that, and I think the participants didn't particularly like that either. And I would rather not replicate that culture. But I also do recognize like the convenience / comfort of like having a physical space where it's the staff room. So to be discussed shortly. The other room, which was, that one was outdoor. It's not an outdoor space, but like you walk out of the hotel past the pool, and then there's another structure, like an independent standing structure. You go inside, and it's like a giant party room essentially. There are 4 speakers, one in every corner. There are 4 ACs, one on each side, one on each part of the room. That has a capacity of 250. It can be set up in rows, in circles, tables and chairs, anything like that. There is like a full-on AV system. There is a projector, like a screen that you can bring down. And that it costs either 2,500 dirham for half a day. Half a day is 9 to 12 or 12 to 6, which I don't really understand. 5,000 dirham for the whole day, which is approximately $500. The whole day would essentially mean that we would be given the key, and then it's ours, and we leave it as is, and we can use it whenever we want. There's a kitchen attached to the back where we can like cut things, we can prepare things, like if we had vegetables, if we had whatever. It's not a huge kitchen. We couldn't go inside because the guy couldn't find the key, but I saw through the window. They're like, literally, it's probably a big box. I would estimate like, I don't know, 12 by 15 space, with like just a counter and a sink. There looked like there was a mini fridge, but the guy couldn't guarantee to me that it was working, which I appreciated, because usually people say, oh, no problem. No, he's like, I actually don't know if that works. And we would have access to that also. I asked also, by the way, I said, can half day count if we wanted to take the space from like 7 to 12? And he said that would probably be fine, but he needed to check with his manager. I think, I'll get there soon. Hold on. He also said that if we do like one of the rooms for all 5 days, or both rooms for all 5 days, like they could probably do for us a very good deal. You know what I'm saying? And what else? Oh, okay. Something else I asked. People can drop off their luggage on the 28th before check-in. I know we haven't yet discussed like the shuttles that pick people up from Marrakesh and take them to Essaouira. Like we haven't discussed, are they taking them directly to the hotel? Are they taking them to Darswiri? Are they taking their, like, we just haven't figured that out yet. So we do have the option that like people can leave their luggage before check-in on Tuesday. What I also asked, and they said probably, and they'll check, but like I'm sure it's fine, is that if like 2 of those 10 rooms could be open if people wanted to like take a quick shower kind of thing. So like I'm happy to volunteer whatever room I'm staying in, and like maybe one other room that we could just make it available that day to participants, that like if they wanted to like shower, fix their makeup, whatever it is, like they just need a space, like that can be a quick space for people to have. They said, yes, we're more than welcome to put a banner up at the hotel, either for check-in or the entire time. They're totally fine with it. Yeah, that's what I have about the hotel proper. There are a few things that we need, and then there are a few questions I have for you guys, but I guess you guys go first, and then we'll go back to that. Okay.
First of all, amazing work. It's like so. It's making it real. The combination of the video. One quick. I'm taking notes now, mostly with the eventual like here's all the information email I'll send out to participants. They said we can put a banner up. We can put. I assume we can put like a check-in table.
So I didn't ask. I'm sure we can, but I didn't ask because I don't know if we want to be doing check-in at the hotel and then shuttling people from the hotel to Darswiri. Like that to me just seems right. Like as opposed to, I looked at the schedule. The day the way it's structured is we have from 8 to 12 is check-in. So the way I see it is like the earlier people, like if people come early in the morning, it means that they were already in Marrakesh the night before that. Right. They're not the people who are like going to want to shower, going to want to whatever. They can go straight to Darswiri with their stuff, explore the Medina, have that morning, whatever. The people who are arriving at like 1, 2, 3, 4 in the afternoon, well, once it's 4, they can check into their own rooms. But let's say like between 11 and 2, before check-in, but like whatever, those might be the people who are coming directly from the airport. In which case, like those are the people who would probably want to go to the hotel, wash their face, whatever it is, and then go to Darswiri. So I think that to have like the formal registration or check-in for the forum at the hotel, to me didn't make sense, but I'm open to being like to having pushback on that.
One quick question of clarification. Darswiri is where we're having our first event?
Darswiri is the main primary venue. That's the one that I sent you the video this morning. That's where Alex was speaking, which was actually also really helpful, by the way, because like I was talking out with Alex, like breakout rooms, things like that. And I was like, this was my idea. And he was like, oh, that's awesome. And then he made some suggestions too. So it was really cool to have like a facilitator also have conveniently been in the space today. So Darswiri is the main venue, and then there's another one that's called Dar something else, I forget. That's not open yet, but we have, like, it's still under construction. They say it's going to be ready in a month, which probably means that by 2 months it'll definitely be ready. And even if it's not, like, the rooms that we would be using are done. So, like, we do have some level of access to that. It's literally, they're a 3.5-minute walk from each other. I'm going to keep calling that one the cultural center. So Darswiri is the main space, and then I will be referring to the other one as the cultural center. But Darswiri is like our main space.
Okay.
And Swiri is spelled Souri for whatever it's worth.
I'm thinking a lot about when they arrive, where they're going. So I'm thinking in my head of something that happened with Hartman with about 150 college students. They went to their hotel first, and they got their name tags, they got their booklets there, and then they walked over, or they did walk because it was close enough. But I'm thinking because luggage is stressful, like me as I'm thinking about like trying to put myself in the participant shoes of like bringing my bag here, and then I'm gonna have to bring it there at night. I feel like people should drop their stuff there at the hotel. I don't know if we need to have the name tag, like the forum registration that they check into their hotel, they check in, and then we bring people over. If that is too complicated, because it's like not everyone's coming at the same time, and just shuttling everyone over to the venue, and then we just shuttle people back at night with their stuff, and then deal with hotel check-in at night, that could work as well.
Okay, so I'm going to write that down to think about.
Yes.
So I'm going to write down arrivals. So to hotel, Darswiri, other, figure out options.
If people come in the morning, like let's say like people are like because people are arriving at different times, and there is if they come at a certain time, there's a window to check into their hotel and then make their way to the venue, like they can hang out, whatever it is. Then I feel like we should give that option.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity, what's the main, especially for people coming late, what's the main benefit of people going straight to Darswiri? Is it the fact that programming will like be going on?
I mean, I'm thinking in terms of like jet lag related things of like things will be happening. It's exciting to be in a space. Like, you'll literally, like, you walk outside of Darswiri and you're in the Medina. Like, it's, which I'll send you pictures of that later tonight when I go back. But it's like markets, it's food, it's crazy. There's street well, maybe the street performers are only here because of the festival. I don't know. But like, it's just like, it's alive. It's fun. It's like the Morocco people like dream of. I don't know. It's like, it very much just feels like the second you step out of or into the Forum Center, like that's where you are.
Okay.
Right.
So it's like,
I'm thinking logistically though, luggage transfer and like.
Yeah, I hear you, but I'm just answering the question of what's the advantage.
Right, all three of those things.
so it's like if people went straight to the hotel, which I think in my experience, I'm inclined also, but at the same time, I do have experience where like you arrive at a hotel and then it's like, okay, I'm tired, I'm going to take a nap, versus you arrive into the center of something and it's like, this is exciting, I'm here now, all of a sudden.
Yeah. Also, like, not that the hotels, I'm just going to be a snob for a second, not that the hotel's not nice. It's a 4-star hotel in Morocco, but like, it's not directly on the beach. So like, and it's right next to like gas stations and a supermarket. It's like right off the highway. So like, if you go directly there, it feels like, where the fuck are we? Whereas like, if you were in a car for another 3 minutes, you'd be like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, it's just such a stark contrast. Like, if you look at maps of like old Essaouira, our hotel is just off the map. Like, so it's like, like, which is why it's, what?
Think about Vegas and like you arrive on the strip and it's like everything. So if we just have people dropped, like we have a luggage room, and then after the opening ceremony, after the dinner, we do the whole hotel situation, then I think that could work. That's fine. I'm
gonna think about it. I would like to not necessarily. I want to hear your thoughts. I don't like need us to come to a conclusion right now. Like I'm gonna logistically think about it. I'm gonna I'm talking to like some of the shuttle drivers just to see like, what is this usually like when it's not a festival? Like just those kinds of questions.
Awesome.
And we'll figure it out. Yep. Great. So the one other thing. This is on my need thing for the hotel. So the Wi-Fi sucks to the point that like yesterday when I was there and like it was not at capacity or anything, like it was not really working. And I was like, oh no, this ain't a thing. Not a thing. Mm-hmm. And Hamid was like, oh yeah, this is so bad. And it was very nice to be validated by him. And what he's gonna do, we wanted to do it yesterday, but it closed. So whatever, he'll do it today or tomorrow in Marrakesh. But is go to, apparently there's like Wi-Fi router rentals that like people get for villas kind of thing. So like if we get like 3 or 4 of those to like stick around the hotel, maybe not in people's rooms, like meaning not on like the higher floors, but like in the lobby. But also, like, people might want to make phone calls in their rooms. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. But, like, that is something that I'm aware of and we're working on, like the Wi-Fi situation. The Wi-Fi in Darswiri is fucking awesome. Like, super strong, super great. Like, yep. And then the Wi-Fi in the other space, the cultural center, is because it's still under construction, not set up yet. They think it will be set up by the time we use it. Honestly, though, to me, it's less urgent just because we'll be using that space less. And, like, if people don't have Wi-Fi for an hour, it's okay.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
If we need to communicate something, like, we hopefully can have SIM cards.
We'll just run.
So I have a Moroccan SIM right now. I have, like, the most local, the one that's supposed to work everywhere. And
doesn't?
So
we have
to like, I mean, what we could do is like, also center to center, like the two, Darswiri and the other one are a 3-minute walk from each other. So like someone will run, it'll be okay. And like from the hotel to Darswiri, like in theory, landlines, like Darswiri has a landline, the hotel has a landline, it'll be okay. But also like, no, I'm sorry, we don't even need that. Hotel to Darswiri, both will have Wi-Fi, so that will be fine. And if it's an issue of trying to find someone who's in the other building, call whoever it is in Darswiri, and they'll go to the other building and just get the other building. Like, it'll be okay.
We'll make it work. Okay.
By the way, a message just came up. I have 6 minutes, apparently, I didn't realize, on my free account for the month left.
Okay.
I can go on my work one. I don't think anyone's using it right now.
Fair.
But how many minutes do you have? 5. Okay.
Yeah, 6. Like we can keep talking if you want to just send them like
Yeah.
a link to the WhatsApp, and then when it cancels out, we can just switch over.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. And then the hotel needs a list of names, ideally like the room combinations, the passport numbers, and the nationalities. They said a week before. I would like us to get it to them by the second week in August. I'm also happy to make rooms because I randomly like that. Like, that's fun for me. So
Great.
that's a thing.
Sent out, just so you know, I sent out emails to everyone yesterday with the whole like, hey, thank you. You know, you accepted your decision, blah, blah, blah. I haven't heard from you about your flights yet. By the end of next week, if that's a problem, like, let me know. But like, we really need to get our numbers finalized.
Great. That's wonderful. Something else I don't know that I've ever explicitly named is that we are not disclosing the name of the hotel or the name of the venue until I'm actually going to talk to Abdu about this, but maybe a week or two beforehand for security reasons. Yeah. It's so just, I don't know if that came up at all, but that's just not information that we're sharing yet.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Are we ready to move
Yes, I am.
past the hotel? Great.
Yeah, I'm doing the Zoom thing right now. Hold on.
Okay. I'm just going to talk because this is just like random information that's not like directly relevant. But so next to the hotel, there are 2 gas stations. Both gas stations have bodegas. They sell cigarettes, things like candy, things like that. The gas station markets close either at midnight or they're 24 hours. There seemed to have been some like miscommunication about that, but either way, like they're very open. Then the thing also though that we're going to disclose is that one of the gas stations is being boycotted by Moroccan citizens. So like, it's just a thing to be because of like wealth inequality, whatever. So we'll disclose that and like probably don't go to that one, but you know, all good. A 3-minute walk from the hotel is, as Andrew so aptly called it, the Costco of Morocco, called Carrefour or La Belle Vie, whatever. That closes at 11:30 p.m. There's also a cafe that's attached to it. Cool. Yeah, so that's what I have. Oh, and I looked at the prices of like just random junk food when I was there. And I wrote it down, but I don't know where that page is. It should be on the next page. Oh, I skipped a page. That's why. So like a bag of chips was they don't have like massive Costco size bags, so it would be like a medium sized bag of chips is like $2.80. Like a thing of like quote unquote medium cookies would be like $1.30. Coffee is $5. Teas are $1.50. Things like that. So these are all like things to keep in mind when price comparing with what snacks we want to buy in the States versus here. Because, and also like Hamid was telling me that that's like a quote unquote more expensive supermarket because it's like a little bit more touristy, but it's cheap. And I also went to the other supermarket with him, and I would feel strangely imperialistic going to the other supermarket because it's like in not new and clean Essaouira. It's in like, you know, the part of Essaouira that our participants probably won't see. And I would just feel weird to go there to like, as white people hosting a conference for other Westerners, like going there to like buy a ton of snacks. I don't know. It's just something I'm thinking about.
I'm about to lose you, by the way. 5 seconds.
Okay, so we'll start off. We'll go to the other one. Bye.